Welcome to the stream tonight, guys. Let me. Okay, sorry, we was busy over there. Okay, welcome to the stream tonight, everybody, or everybody that's coming. And well, you guys know tonight we're going to be talking about the property tax. And I tried to sneak in some sneaky stuff, and YouTube said, no, hell no, don't take us off of there. So they didn't want. Rumble was the only one that was willing to have the real deal feel. The real Mackay guy. Okay. So welcome to the stream tonight, and I think I'm just going to start out. I'm going to start out showing you guys the. Okay, we got that pulled up now. Okay, we're going to do a screen share right here, and you guys can take a look at a challenge property tax lawsuit package. Now, this package was a premium package, and it's going back to the premium package price because we're changing the name of it to commercial thingy. When I mention commercial thingy, this is what we're going to talk about. It's commercial property tax package now because it has some more stuff in it. As a matter of fact, I don't have the new list posted right here. But this is the stuff that you're just getting before I'm adding some new stuff. That's fire. And how does this work? Well, I told people in my program that everybody's stuff is the same. It's property, it's criminal with a bunch of time, or it's fake criminal with a bunch of time, or a fake criminal with, well, just like a citation and fines, whatever. But at the end of the day, they're violating the due process. And that's what, and in this situation, they're violating you like several times. We already talked about the foreclosure process. We talked when we're talking about the foreclosure process, we talked about the beginning, at the gate, how that stuff all started. Well, after you left the table, somebody stamped paid to the order of, and they turned it into a security, which is a huge ass check, and they processed it to the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Now, Modern Money Mechanics said that they got paid 9 times the amount, which is that's a publication put out by these people that know way more about the banking system than I do. Okay, and then and then you buy allegedly, or they charge you for buying it for years and years and years, and then if something happens, 30 years or 29 years, then they take it back, but they don't give you back any money. they take it back, and then they do a charge off because you're allegedly in default, and then charge off their taxes. They claim it on insurance, and and they take it away. So 9 times at the gate, then another not times not. I don't know. I can't keep up with how many times they. Okay, so let's just get back to the property tax. Okay, so we'll go from back to forward, so to speak. So this package includes 2 lawsuits. It includes the notice of conveyance lawsuit package as well, to give you opportunity to cloud your own. All of my packages at some point are going to that are related to property are going to have that in it to cloud the title, so people don't have to feel like they need to rush around. Number one. So this has a 2026 challenge property tax lawsuit. That lawsuit has been upgraded, and it also addresses the real estate deed fraud. So I added the 42 USC in there. That was how we addressed the foreclosure issue if you was in tax foreclosure, because I just got tired of trying to explain to people it don't matter which one. Either one of those would take care of the whole thing. But, I just add them both in there. Hell, some people might want to sue them 2 or 3 times. I'm all right with that. So, we added those in there, and then we have 2 lawsuits. You got the lawsuit for it's actually called property tax extortion and real estate deed fraud now. It's like I said, the whole thing's been changed. Haven't got to put it on here yet. And then the 42 USC foreclosure offense. We include that anyway, even though we're going after them for real estate deed fraud at the top, because it's wrongful foreclosure, real estate deed fraud. Oh, they say it's 2 different things. So then you got to demand to strike the attorney's notice of appearance, or you can strike the judge's notice of appearance. You can strike any bar member's notice of appearance. You can strike the prosecutor's notice of appearance, but they don't file one. I wonder why that is. Strike her anyway, or him anyway. Then you got temporary restraining order to block the entire state from receiving federal funding as per the spending clause in the Constitution. And then you have a notice of claim letter for illegal property tax lawsuit. The notice of claim letter I put together with the facts and information out of the property tax extortion lawsuit. And I've had people tell me that they got the job done just with the notice of claim letter. But you got to understand, you got to be able to talk that stuff without even looking at the letter. Not even because 2 other people mentioned they were sent over to talk to the judge, which just out of the blue. Yeah, so we include that to give you opportunity to get this under control. I've had a couple of people tell me they used it and they haven't forced their hand yet, and they haven't gotten the bill for the last 2 years. Now, that's pretty powerful. But these people ain't trying to have their name nowhere, and sometimes they make you sign non-disclosure a statement, which is fine, because when they tell me, I know who it is, but I'm not gonna. It ain't my business. My business is done. My business is done the front at the gate. Oh, but it's nice to know. And when I do get a review or something, it's nice to have them. I've got a couple of video reviews that came in. Thank you, Kendrick. I appreciate it. I'm going to open up the training hub for you, and also and one other person send me in. Well, 2 other people send me in their videos. So one of them was a coach, and I think she bought a whole bunch of the packages. Coach Regina. So I need to get you guys set up. All the people that invested in the RICO package in order to get into the hub and all that stuff, you're gonna send me my video. I need a review video about how you felt when you read that stuff and you got that paper in the beginning. And then I'd also like a review of their reaction when you took that stuff down there and shoved it in their face. And that's what Kendrick was saying. Yeah, that was pretty powerful. Okay, so you have the notice of claim letter, and then you have the 2024 uh, legal malpractice lawsuit in case you hired an attorney to help you and they threw you under the bus. And then we include the cover sheet and demand to strike. Yes, demand to strike is to strike the judge's ruling, and the judge is not registered as a foreign agent. None of them are. It's a violation of federal law, and so we just include that so you have fun with. In case you're in the middle of this and you need to. So, like, if they already got you out in the cesspool, okay, and you need to get control, then the demand to strike would be to shut them down, and then come in with some of your other firepower. And then we have a video down here, instructional video that talks a little bit about. So you see there what you'll be able to do. You'll be able to challenge property tax collections in any state. You'll be able to challenge the property tax collection in any state because we use federal case law and federal acts and all of our stuff, which trumps anything in state court right off the bat. So, first document you file in state court, bam, it's a wrap. They can't respond to it. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. It's a wrap. Then you want to demand your deed under the property transfer statutes. They say your deed's supposed to be delivered to you, but that's not what they do. They do what they call their constructive delivery. Uncover real estate deed fraud and bring federal charges. They don't. Oh, Kendra said when he went down there with that new package, I made a new package. It's $25 on the website. $25, and what it is a notice of fraudulent conveyance and it's a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance and a judicial notice of lis pendens that it's structured to file in your case. If there's a case already in court against your property, state or federal, it don't matter. You can file this in your case. I came out with this idea helping Henry. Oh. So generally, you have to file the notice of whatever, way the hell over there in some, I don't know, sometimes it ain't even in the same town. Oh, wait a minute, where the hell that is. So when you file your notice of, and you can, if you have a notice of conveyance or you made one, I'm sure it's not quite like mine, but you can make one yourself and do this. Notice of conveyance, and then a notice of lis pendens, and then you style it to look just like a document you're going to file in court. You got your case number, the court heading, the parties, all of that. Then notice them, blah, blah, blah. And then you want to add certificate of service with a place to sign it on the back. Bam, you're done. And now that notice of fraudulent conveyance is on the court record right in the front. Now, the beautiful thing about that notice of fraudulent conveyance is that in my head, it moves you up to a higher lien holder than alleged mortgage lender, servicer, whoever the hell it is. Okay, because you're challenging them at the gate in the most simplest way that your property's been stolen with a shuffle of paperwork. And you follow it up with the lis pendens lien with the case number and everything on it. I don't know what that does to the case, I mean, I would think that they wouldn't be able to continue the case until they got that handled. And okay, wait, they're doing the case so they could jam you up and put a lien against your property and take it. Oh, but you bought the $99 package even before you got in trouble and jammed up your own property. So now they're second in line. Oh, you think they're still going to screw with you? If they got to wait for you, if they can't get lien jump in front of you, there's not a lot of value in them doing this to your property. Now, you need to understand how that shit works over there. Okay. The state allows them and licenses them to jam your ass up. Then the state pays all of them and the judge to take your property from you. And then the state sells it to somebody else from the state. Oh, okay. That's just my opinion, YouTube. That's just my opinion. Because I'm posting this shit on YouTube. They kicked me off and they think that my stuff ain't gonna be on it. Yeah, it's gonna be on it. Okay, and then the people that bought it from the state again, okay, they gotta hurry up and get your asses off the property so they can do stuff and get it ready to go, get somebody else in there so they could get paid, so they could pay them, so they could pay them. Well, I know somebody been paid already. I think. I don't know. I don't know anything. I know somebody paying somebody, okay, because they work really hard to put this fraud program together that they got right here. When the lender accepted your signature on the mortgage, in my opinion, you already they couldn't have accepted your signature if you weren't the property owner already, and that smells stink. And then they register your deed in their office. Okay, now we're getting to so the property taxes because of the schools, because you see, no. The property tax started after the illegally registered your deed in their office. After your deed was illegally registered in their office is when the property tax started. Okay. And YouTube, you can go and check. I've done my homework on this for quite a while before I put this property tax lawsuit package together, just to make sure that, and no, ain't nobody came back to stick nothing in my face out of from it in a while. Okay, so the property tax situation, after your property was constructively registered in their office illegally, I have to throw that in, sorry. Your property was reclassified from private property, which it says in the Constitution is not allowed to be taxed. And it says that not at once, but in two different places. Your property is reclassified after they put the fake lien on it. It's reclassified to one of their generally three commercial designations: agricultural, residential, or commercial. Residential actually means this: the property of a government official. Look that shit up if you don't believe me. I done my homework. I have people asking, no. I'm telling you, if you want dispute to go find, oh, can you send me the fact? No, I don't think so. You got to pay. No, I'm kidding. On the last part. Well, you do have to pay, but that's why you get the documents. But you're not paying for this free fire that I'm bringing to the table. So after they reclassify your property to one that now Lawrence, Kansas, they told me they have 13 different classifications. I'm like, holy crap, 13? Huh. Now I know what y'all are thinking. Hell no. I already know the first three are crap. Okay, I don't even need to go look at their 13 classifications unless I need to do something to them about some of them. And right here we have our donate button. in case you like to make a donation, or you can just buy one of our marked down, I won't say less expensive or cheaper or whatever product, because we got some products right now that are very inexpensive, like this puppy right here, clouding the title defense lawsuit. Oh, you guys have no idea how fire this is. This is better than title insurance. I ain't lying. This is better than title insurance. Clouding. I wonder why the attorneys didn't tell you could do this. And if anybody want to know, there's my credentials right there. That's how that's my government ID when they did what they do to people. But not all of those people come out of that scared. Some of them come out pissed off, and then they decide to make it their life teaching other people how to piss them off. And I love my job. I don't know if you can, and I'm very passionate. If you ain't doing the right shit, and we cloud the title, $99. Oh, you don't need worthless title insurance. The title insurance, it protects them. They make you pay for the foreclosure process before you even, and then again at the gate after they take all of your shit, they ching chang all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. By recording the notice of conveyance and the next minute, you cloud your own title, block the foreclosure transfers, and force the deed delivery under the state law. Or that's what we're. This package gives you the federal power to challenge your fraudulent concealment and deny deny these people the opportunity. You get to defend your property rights. Now, how do you do all that with this? Well, the cool thing about this in the first place is it makes your property toxic, so they won't be able to make any money off of it. Come on now. This is the way you do shit in the hood. Chop off the money. You chop off the money, then you chop off the people that was getting paid. So now the rest of the people are happy because they ain't having to pay for the chopping with the chopper. Now, this is something I came up with on my own to help my friend D. And not only does it have to, this is what you get. $99, come on now. I can't believe that my computer don't catch on fire when so many people are getting this. But people don't understand. When I started reading about title insurance, I'm like, well, I remember when we bought both houses a little bit about it, but I didn't know. You just think, oh, well, straight up. They're straight up full of shit. That's not to say it. So we're going to have to change this. So the complaint that you get is for the eviction process. The two complaints that you get in there address the eviction process. We figured out that we have to and here's why this works. Now, what this package does for you is it replaces worthless deed insurance with your own notice of conveyance and less pendants. You cloud the title yourself, and you strip the bank of their weapon. Now, this is like, when you're coaching, you want to figure out a way to take away their power, their star player, take away their. So now they have so many people that don't know nothing and just give up. They don't have time. And even if they did, You're lean jumping. You're lean jumping. In my opinion, you're lean jumping the mortgage because now you're challenging it with the simple notice. And when you learn how to make this into a legal document to file in your case, it's just a problem. Freezes the title, so the sellers, the buyers, or the refinancers, they all takes care of all of that. Gives you the leverage. Buyers often fold once they see the title cloud and litigation is active. It's not only active, it's active fire. It opens the door for re-entry and restoration of ownership. Now, fraudulent conveyance tolls the statute of limitations. Fraudulent concealment tolls the statute of limitations. You got a demand letter, emergency motion for temporary restraining or an injunction. Okay, that's what that looks like. And I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for the value of sharing your time.